In the air, deep right center, back toward the gap. Myers near the wall, and it's out of here! Pete Alonso, grand slam! First home run of the year for Alonso, his fourth career grand slam, and it's 6-1 New York.
And when you have a lineup like the Mets have...
And Alonso drives one deep center field. Sanoja back, takes a look, and it's out of here! Pete Alonso ties the game with a three-run homer. Dead central into the greenery. On a day when the Mets have been falling all over them. And he lifts one out to right field, chasing Rodin back to the warning track, and it's out of here! Pete Alonso goes the other way for a two-run homer. Just a little half swing, and he hits it out to the other by a pitch. Driven in the air to deep left field. Back goes left fielder Andujar, and it's out of here. Fourth home run of the year for Pete Alonso to put a capper on another big night for Pete. 7-4 New York. This is the best. Rounding out the crew. And Alonso lofts one to deep left center. Back in the gap. Looking up is Buxton, and it's out of here. Into the bullpen. Pete Alonso with his fifth home run of the year. And the Mets jump in front 1-0.
Oh my. That ball is tortured by Pete Alonso. It's 80 degrees, but it's still the polar bear's natural habitat.
And then he gets the slider, and then he does not miss it. Same location as the sinker, too, but coming into his swing, which allowed him to get.
And Pete rockets one to deep left. Forget that. That is way out of here. Pete Alonso puts one into orbit for his seventh home run of the season. And Pete hits one out to center field. Back goes Scott to the warning track. Back at the wall. It's out of here! Pete Alonso flips the game, and the Mets go back in front. Number 8.
Oh, boy.
Pete hits one out of sight to left field. Forget that. That is way, way out of here. Pete Alonso strikes for his ninth home run of the year. A two-run shot to put the Mets in front 2-1. Wow. The season of Pete continues. What a...
He swings, drives one to left field, and the polar bear has put the Mets back on top. Pete Alonso's 10th of the year, RBI 31 and 32, and you have to give Juan Soto some credit for getting down the line and extending.
And Alonso drives one to center. Taylor eases back near the wall, and it's out of here. Pete Alonso with his 11th home run of the season, a two-run shot to tie the game. Just as he did on Sunday night. First time up. And Alonso hits one in the air to deep right field. Back goes Freeman to the warning track near the wall. It's out of here. Pete Alonso goes the other way for a three-run homer. And the Mets go in front. Third in the National League. And he wastes no time driving one out to deep right center field. Back in the gap, Pages takes a look, and it's out of here. Pete Alonso with a two-run homer. His 13th home run of the year. He's got 50 runs batted in, and the Mets have a 3-0 lead in the first inning. And he drives this one to deep left field. Forget that. That is way up in the pavilion. Pete Alonso with his second of the night, a three-run bomb. And he doubles the Mets. Lead it is 6-0 New York. 22nd career multiple home run game. 14 games. Alonso drives one out to right. That's deep, and that is gone. Wow. Pete Alonso wasting no time on the first pitch of the second inning. He goes opposite field against Landon Knack, and the Mets have a 1-0 lead. Pete drives one deep to left center field. Beck goes back, takes a look, and it's out of here. Pete Alonso with a two-run homer, his 16th of the year. And with that home run, he ties David Wright for second place on the Mets' all-time home run list. His 200 and Alonso drives one to deep left field. Back toward the corner. It is out of here. Pete Alonso strikes again. His second home run of the day. His 17th home run of the year. Wow. He goes past David Wright into second place all by himself on the Mets' all-time home run list. A two-run shot for Alonso to make it 12-3 New York.
Pete Alonso with a high fly ball, right center field. Marsh all the way back. He's at the wall, and that ball is gone. Off the batter's eye, Pete Alonso hits his 244th career home run.
He's only 8 behind. Fly ball right field, well hit. Judge going back near the wall. It's out of here. Pete Alonso goes the other way with a 2-run homer. Career home run number 245. He's 7 away from Strawberry. And the Mets now have a 7-2 lead.
Well, Keith, we're watching an early version of...
And Alonso cracks one deep left field. Forget that. That is way out of here. Pete Alonso with his second of the day, a 3-run shot. First pitch, 3 runs. And it's 11-5 Mets.
First pitch, fastball down, right, out over.